did not come to play with you hoes. I came to slay, bitch. Oh yes, you best to believe it. I always play. You know I don't play.
Then when I get home, I'll go to the work again. If I still don't understand the work, I'll set up a consultation with the lecturer. What pro tip? Please consult with your lecturers. Go see your lecturer and speak to your lecturer one-on-one. It's so close to the point that I do anything to keep you home. Date. How to Babies. Let me turn down my Beyonce because I'm gonna focus with Beyonce. I can be all my money, babe. Credit card. Ooh.
2,000 years later.
Focus. Okay, I'm gonna turn off Beyonce because, girl, she's not gonna make me focus. Damn, Beyonce. Just gonna put her at 10 because I'm not gonna do this video with Beyonce playing because, like, I'm not gonna do it. It's like she's gonna make me sing and perform, and we're not doing that. Hi, ThembaBabies, your favorite YouTuber. So today, okay, let me just give you a quick update before we get into today's video. Guys, honestly, I haven't gotten the time to release new content. Like, I haven't taken a YouTube video in 2 weeks.
How dare you!
I know, don't be mad at me. Honestly, I'm really trying to work on, like, my timing because honestly, I really don't have time.
What? That is shocking.
I don't get time to create content, and like that really sucks because, like, out of all these things that I do, YouTube content is my favorite thing. But I'm gonna make time because like, I have to study like 10 hours a day.
But that doesn't...
And then on top of that, I have to attend my classes. On top of that, I have to attend like a meeting, a 2-hour meeting every single day or most days.
You can't do it!
And then I'm like the head student for 12 residences.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment.
I'm part of First Council, disciplinary committee. I don't have time, guys. I really don't have time. Like, in all of those things, I try to get like 3 hours of sleep. Like, it's a lot going on that I have to go through.
You're a motherfucking star, bitch.
Thank you.
So I'm really gonna try my best to make time to make more content because, like, you guys be texting me on the Instagram, be like, ThembaBabies. Anyway, guys, we need content. So in today's video, I'll be giving you guys 30 tips on here. I'm tired because I was studying midnight and like I was studying like the past 6 hours, so I'm tired right now. But you know, I was like, I'm gonna make time for this video. I sound so crazy, but you know, 30 tips that work for me. Yeah, I mean, I'm considered an A student. Pure.
What the hell? Wait.
I mean, I mean, like, getting my distinctions, like my whole entire undergrad. I've only, out of all my undergrad, the only time that I didn't get a distinction was in second year. You know, I've been getting distinctions for all my modules, but in second year I didn't get distinctions for 2 of my modules, and I only got 70 and 71. Then all my other modules in first years, everything was distinctions. Second year, everything was distinctions. Final year, distinctions. So I'm just like, I'm that girl. I'm that girl. And this is what works for me because, like, I genuinely don't consider myself as I don't consider myself as smart, clever, brilliant. No, I don't consider myself any of those things. But but I don't mind if you do. So I just consider myself as a normal student who is very hardworking. So like I think I'm very much hardworking. So because like I'm a normal student who's not like, you know, there's like those people who are like brilliant, who go to something once and get it once. Like the first time they go to it, like they understand it. Me, I'm not like that. Ooh, that's why it's playing. Ah, I'm like volume girl. I'll show you how much I really care about your heart. Oh! Okay, no, Beyonce, don't do that. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna pause Beyonce because, girl, we're not gonna get to this water, girl. Beyonce is my everything. I sound really drunk. I don't know, but I'm sober. I'm just a bit of a mess because, like, as I was saying, I don't consider myself smart. I think I'm average, but I'm really hardworking. So that is why I'm managed to get like the good results that I get. So this is for people who consider themselves average, below average. Not if you have a smart girl, don't watch this. It's not for you. You know, those people just study something once and then they get it and they get like 90%. It's not for you guys. This is for people who are hard workers, people who work smart. You know. So yeah, like I feel like I literally have to like study something like so many times. Like I will have to study like one concept like 10,000 times for me to get like some understanding of it, and then I have to say like 10,000 more times for me to actually like fully understand it. You see? So yeah. I'm starting this video. No. Don't start. Keep going. People love you when you're being authentic, and this is you. This is your authenticness. So just keep going with this video. So as I was saying, guys, I have to study something like a lot of times. So yeah, like even in class, like most of the times when I'm sitting in class and the lecturer is going to do some the work, I will be lost, I'll be confused, I will not even know what's going on. And people will expect me to know it because we're like, oh, Themba smart, okay, fine. So I don't get it most of the times. I will pay attention for the first 15 minutes and then the rest of the time I will zone out because that's just me. It's not like I have a short attention span, but I just like, if I don't know, I prefer to do the stuff myself. So what I do is then, so obviously we go to our lectures or the class then. So the lecturer will, what I do then, I always ask the lecturer to upload work before like we go do it in the class, so that I can get the time to go do the work myself. So that when I get to class, I have an understanding of the work. Not like I fully understand the work, but I have an understanding of the work. So when the lecturer sends the work, I make my notes. And when I make my notes, I will literally write every single thing as it is directly from the lecture slides or from the textbook. So I'll write everything down, and when I'm writing everything down, it's not like I'll understand the work, no, but I will have like a smaller understanding. I'll still be confused, I'll still not know the work, but as I write everything down, some of the work will get into my brain. I'll have like an understanding of the work. Then after writing everything exactly as it is, I'll go to the slides again or the textbook, but now I'm reading it to understand it. And then when I do that, I get like a much more clearer understanding. Then after doing that, I go through my own notes, and from the notes that I already have, I make like my own notes or my own questions from the notes that I made. So now, after writing everything directly from the textbook, I make my own notes, like everything simplified, or I write the notes, but I write it like in question form. In a question form. So once I've done that, I will definitely know the work, but I will still not be efficient. I will not be efficient. I will not be like good at this, but like I'll have like a better understanding. I'll be like, if I write a test, I'll get like a good 60, right? Which is not good. So then I go to then after that service, I'll go to the lecture. Then I'll go to the work with the lecturer, with the rest of the class, and then like, okay, now it's making some sense. When I get home, I go to my lecture again. I go to the notes I made and then I watch YouTube videos. When I watch YouTube videos, bam! YouTube videos in university, they should be your best friend. Like YouTube lectures and stuff, they should be your best friends because that's when I get the most understanding of the work, when I watch YouTube videos. After I went through it with the lecturer and I went through it by myself. Then after doing that, I go through the lecture slides again. But now when I go through the lecture slides, I write question down. I make notes of myself of the things that I don't understand. And then the next time I go to a lecture, I'll ask the lecturer the questions based on I'll ask the lecturer clarifications based on the questions that I've made. Right? Then the lecturer clarifies. Then when I get home, I'll go to the work again. If I still don't understand the work, I'll set up a consultation with the lecturer. What pro tip? Please consult with your lecturers. Go see your lecturer and speak to your lecturer one-on-one. Go with your questions and of the things that you don't understand and sit there and be with them. Because honestly, you pay to be in university. So the least you can do is that if you don't understand the work, you go, you consult. So make sure you make use of those type of things. And then if you still don't understand what the lecturer is saying, and you don't understand from YouTube or you still don't understand the textbook, speak to your friends. In class, there's always going to be that one student who understands the work. Speak to that student and be like, dude, I don't understand what's going on. Can you please explain 1, 2, 3, 4 to me, because I'm not getting it. I'm sure there is gonna be something who can help you. You see? And then after doing that, then so basically you go through the textbook while making notes directly from the textbook. Then after going through the textbook, you go to the textbook again, then you go to the notes that you made, and then from the notes that you made, you make notes of the notes that you made. Then you go to the lecture. Going to the lecture, you attend the lecture. Then after attending the lecture, you go home, you go to the textbook, you go to your notes, you watch YouTube videos. After watching YouTube videos, you go through your textbook again, you go through your notes, and then now you make you note everything down that you don't understand. After saying everything down, you go to your lecture, set up conversation, you consult with your lecturer. If you still don't understand, go to your notes again, speak to other students, do something. If you don't understand the work, always ask for help, please. And listen to me, man. It takes time. For me to understand something, I'll have to go to it maybe 10 times. I will have to go to the textbook 10 times, reading the same thing 10 times. Go to my slides 10 times, read the slides 10 times, go to my notes, do the same thing 10 flipping times, or 20 times, or 50 times. Sometimes it takes more than others because the content will obviously not be the same. So what works for me is doing the same thing over and over again, consistently, going through to work over and over again, the same thing over and over again, because consistency is really key. If you're a hard worker, you're going to be consistent, and practice makes perfect. Go do the work over and over again. Then you'll be so what the hell is proficient? You'll be so good at the work that even when you wake up, you'll know the work. Make sticky notes. When you're studying something and you're going to your definitions, say them out loud. Pretend as if you're teaching another students the work, because the more you go through it, the more it gets embedded into your brain, and it's going to reach the point where you literally know it. And when you study, visualize what you're doing. Don't just study to cram. Visualize the work. Study to know the work. This is very, especially if you're at honors level, where literally this is what you're going to be doing when you're working. Try to visualize the thing. Because when you are doing the autonomous nervous system, try to visualize the veins, the blood, how the blood travels from here to here. Try to visualize all those things. If you're doing pharmacokinetics, and you're taking a drug, try to visualize, because okay, now you are administering the drug orally. So when you administer it, obviously it's gonna go down to in your mouth, it's going to go to the esophagus, and it's going to go to the liver, and it's going to go to the systematic circulation. Try to think, okay, fine. So when you're taking the drug, okay, the drug is going to go down, then it's getting absorbed. So obviously when it gets absorbed, some of the drug is going to get lost. because you're not going to get like all of the drug. So when it gets absorbed, think, where does the rest of the drug goes, né? And then think about where it gets distributed to. Try to visualize those things. Then it's gonna get to the liver. Then it's gonna go to like the first pass effect. Ask yourself, because what happens between the first pass effects? Like if I'm taking 100% of the drug, why only 30% of the drug gets to the systematic circulation? Well, why do we only get 30% bioavailability? Then after the bioavailability, what happens after it gets to the systematic circulation? Like how does it get metabolized? Like, does it go from inactive to active? Does it go from a toxic drug to a non-toxic metabolite? Does it go from a pro drug to an active drug, or does it go from an active drug to a non-active drug that will be like excreted? That will be eliminated by excretion renally, or do like number 2. You know, think about all those things. Like, try visualize what you're doing. Actually, I just like explain like some of the stuff that we're doing this year. Sorry, I just got really compassionate about it. So yeah, so like try visualize, go do the same thing over and over again. And what I do is then when you go to a test, when you prepare for a test, always prefer to get a distinction, prepare to get 80%. Like that should be like your minimum. And when you go through your question papers, when you go to question papers, don't go through the memo, go through the question papers by yourself, and then after that go through the memo, and then study the memo, know the memo, understand the memo. And then when you go to a question paper and you mark yourself and you don't get 80%, honey, you're not doing it right. You should do it until you get that 80%. You should repeat that question paper until you get 80%, right? And then also, what I noticed that at university, most of the time they repeat the same question papers. Like they repeat this. If you can get like question papers, it's 2022 now. If you can get question papers from 2023. If you can get question papers from 2015 to 2022 and do all those question papers, I promise you, all the questions that you will do is questions that you probably find in your test or your exam, because they repeat questions, especially at university level and even high school level. They repeat the same questions. And then if they don't give you guys question papers like at the honors level at UCC, we don't get reverse question papers from our course. Work make your own questions. From the work that you do, make your own questions. Like each and every single slide, make your own question. And what I'm gonna tell you, if you have 5 slides, from those 5 slides, try get like 100 questions in total, and go through all of those questions and understand the questions. If you don't understand, consult with your lecturer. Please bother your lecturers, annoy your lecturers, like text them, send them emails. If it's 4 a.m. and you don't understand the work, send them an email. When they're available, they will respond. If you have the WhatsApp number, text them at 2 a.m. If you don't understand, make sure that you speak to them. When they get time, they respond to you. If they don't respond to you, go to their office. If they don't give you guys memos, go to the question papers by yourself and then go ask questions. If there's a question that you don't understand, bother your lecturers. That is like a very big pro tip that you need to do. And then, so yeah, as I was saying, like try start during the week. This is something that my best friend told me, and it's like something I go by every day. Each and every single day, you should try to study for 5 hours during the week. 5 hours during the week, and then on weekends, Saturday and Sunday, study 10 hours. If you can do that, that's in addition to going to classes. If you can do this every week, you give 5 and 10 hours of studying, trust me, you will know the work. I don't care how smart or how dumb you think you are. Even like this is I remember I had a friend who was below average, and then when she started studying with me, she literally, she was just average. She wasn't below average. She was just average. Yeah, she was just average. When she started studying with me, and secondly, she literally like got like distinctions. She even got onto like the Dean's Merit list. She got a golden key invitation because of these techniques that I'm using. So trust me, you don't need to be the smartest student. All you need to do is work hard, put in the hours. If you understand the work, you put in the lecturers. And when you do something, don't do it because you have to. If you don't like a course, trust me, you won't get you will not get the distinctions. If you don't enjoy the course, you're just doing because you're doing it. No. You won't get good results. I'm sorry. This is what it is. So rather change, rather start over. Honestly, who cares if you're gonna be doing a second or third degree? Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn if you dropped a degree and started a new one while you were almost done? If you don't enjoy the work, then you won't get good results. And if you don't enjoy the work in university, chances are you won't enjoy it when you're working. So rather do what you love, because when you do what you love, you'll give it your best, you'll give it your all. That's just what it is. That's just, hello, common sense 101. You feel me? So put in the hours, work hard. When you're feeling tired, guys, don't force yourself to study when you're feeling tired, because you won't get the work. You'll just be wasting your time. Sleep. Get in, take a 30-minute nap, wake up, feel better, continue the work. If you're really tired, sleep. 4 hours of sleep is more than sufficient. Don't listen to people who are going to tell us, oh, you need 8 hours of sleep to function. No, that's a lie. I will literally function on 2 hours of sleep and I will be fine, because I know the drive that drives me. If you know why you're studying, if you know why you should always remember the reason why you go to university, and that alone should push you. I mean, that's you. If you like me, I come from the township. I come from very humble beginnings. Like I was blessed enough to always like get something to eat. I never like slept with like an empty stomach. But I don't come from a rich family. I don't come from a well-off family. We're not even average. Like we just like average. Actually, we're even below average. But like. So when I always think about those things, because I don't like the living conditions that my mom's at. I hate the living conditions that my grandma is at. So I always feel like, I gotta study to take them out of where they stay. I have to work hard. There's no other choice, because it's just me. If I fail, if I don't push myself to be the best that I can, then nobody's going to take them out of those conditions. So I always remind myself, and that alone is enough to push me to study. So always remind yourself the reason why you're studying and why you're at university, and that alone should just like push you. And also, like, people who work hard, they're most likely to be recognized for their work. You will reap the rewards of your work. Like, you will definitely reap the rewards of your work. I remember, like, I've always wanted to come to UCT. Like, hello, it's the best university in Africa. So for my undergrad, I didn't apply UCT because, like, because like I was not interested in studying in South Africa. So I just applied to do WC. Yeah, I remember it was that. So when I went to WC, I was not fully satisfied. I wanted to be in a better university. And then that alone made me work hard so that I could do my honors at UCT. Hello, where am I now? At UCT. I'm reaping the rewards of my work. So now, next year I want to go to America. I have to work even harder. So when I feel like I'm like, dude, to America, you have to work way harder when you're working. Then that pushes me to keep going. So always remind yourself why you do this. Yeah, guys, next year, June, July, I'll probably be flying over to America. Actually, I will, because I'm working so hard. So yeah, guys, those are my tips. Like that this is what works for me. I hope. Oh snap! I hope this video is not that long. I hope this is gonna help someone somewhere. And I love you guys so much. So much. I'm so weird, but who cares? Subscribe to my channel because I know you want to. Right? Bye, babies.